W's, grape colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
We're going to start. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, pick your game up. 6 guys. Check, lady. Slam, slam, slam. He's coming. Lady. Lady. Kill.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Darnold on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Darnold. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Darnold from the gun. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Darnold from the red zone now. And a little floater there is incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Second down and 10. Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll make it third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Darnold now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play, and 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On the return, Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. On first down, this is Geis. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Darius Geis out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Off of play action, Darnold escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Darnold. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. David Njoku. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Jackson to return. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
4 receivers now in the formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down to left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Back to throw, Darnold. Off to Geis on the screen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, Geis. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Play action. It's Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 42.
On first down, it's Newton.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
17 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing on third down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Darnold. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
That's good for a Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Even. 4 down. Even. Check 43. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Check. 22. Check. 20.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's pretty good rest. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This is the tight end, Njoku. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run with Samuels. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jalen Samuels, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Newton. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They begin with Michel on the ground. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Newton now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Newton now to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Play action. It's Newton. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Mostert. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Newton. Got an open man, it's QT. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the red zone now, Newton. Under pressure. pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. K1 Short has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Mostert. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold, looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Darnold. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Darnold to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. To the air again, Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a short return to the 6-yard line. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
This is Mostert. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Iowa, Amani Hooker. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To try again after the sack. Darnold. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Danico Autry in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
That's to his running back, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On fourth down, Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 20. 8. Spot. No. Check 4. Check out.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. His throw incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
It's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Back to throw. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Going for it all. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a toss. This is Geis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Darnold now to throw. That is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Now it's Darnold. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.